In one American town, you can be fined up to $500 just for being a teenager on Halloween night. In another, wearing the wrong costume could technically make you a criminal, and somewhere else, your lawn decorations might be considered a public safety threat. Welcome to the bizarre world of Halloween bans, where common sense goes to die and bureaucracy meets pure holiday chaos. These aren't urban legends. They're real rules, real laws, and real examples of society's desperate attempt to control the one night a year dedicated to mischief and mayhem. From eggs being treated like weapons of mass destruction, to professional clowns staging protests for their dignity, we're counting down the 50 most absurd, hilarious, and utterly ridiculous bans that exist for one reason only: Halloween. Let's dive into the madness. Number 1. The Clown Costume Crisis. 2016 was the year America lost its mind over clowns. Creepy clown sightings spread across the nation like wildfire, and schools panicked hard. The New Haven Public School District in Connecticut didn't just discourage clown costumes, they banned them outright. Completely forbidden, zero tolerance. The result? Actual professional birthday party clowns had to organize a Clown Lives Matter protest just to reclaim their reputation. Imagine that, grown adults in floppy shoes and red noses marching for their right to exist without being seen as public menaces. The irony? The whole panic was based mostly on internet hoaxes and a handful of pranks. But the ban? Totally real. Number 2. Eggs classified as dangerous weapons. Let's talk about Haddonfield, New Jersey. Yes, the same town that inspired the setting for the movie Halloween. Here's what they're worried about. Not Michael Myers. Not masked killers. Eggs. The town has made it illegal for anyone under 18 to buy or possess eggs in the days before Halloween. Not just throwing them, simply owning them. This is a preemptive strike against yolk-based vandalism. Police can literally confiscate your carton of grade A large eggs if they suspect you're planning some Halloween mischief. So in the town famous for being terrorized by a fictional serial killer, the real threat is a teenager with breakfast ingredients. Number 3. Too scary equals illegal. Your front yard is a Halloween masterpiece. Fake blood, dismembered mannequins, zombie hands crawling out of the ground. You've gone all out. Congratulations, you might have just broken the law. In Forsyth County, Georgia, and countless neighborhoods with homeowners associations, there are official regulations against decorations deemed overly gruesome or too frightening. Think about that. There's an actual person with an actual job, walking around with some kind of invisible spookiness meter, deciding whether your display is acceptably scary or criminally terrifying. It's a literal ban on being too good at Halloween. The better you are at the holiday, the more likely you are to get a citation. Number 4. The Great Shaving Cream Prohibition. Cumberland, Maryland decided that the most dangerous substance on Halloween night isn't fake blood, isn't toilet paper, and isn't even eggs. It's shaving cream. For years, the city enforced a strict ban on possession of aerosol shaving cream cans on Halloween night. Police were authorized to confiscate them as contraband, like they were searching for weapons. The crime? Teenagers giving cars and houses a foamy makeover. Forget Jason and Freddy. The real monsters in Cumberland are high schoolers armed with Barbasol. Number 5. The 6 p.m. Halloween death sentence. Halloween doesn't even really start until dark, right? Tell that to Bishopville, South Carolina. They've banned anyone under 18 from being on the streets after 6 p.m. on Halloween. 6 o'clock. The sun is barely setting. This isn't about safety. This is about fundamentally misunderstanding a holiday that literally doesn't begin until nightfall. So, while the rest of America is preparing for trick-or-treating, the kids of Bishopville are already under curfew, probably watching from their windows as the one magical night of the year passes them by. Does this protect children? Or does it just kill childhood? Number 6, dress as a demon? Fine. Dress as a priest? Criminal. Welcome to Alabama, where Halloween costume logic goes completely sideways. You can dress as a demon from hell with horns and a pitchfork. Perfectly legal. A chainsaw-wielding serial killer? No problem. A zombie covered in blood and gore? Go right ahead, but dress as a priest, nun, or rabbi. You're technically breaking the law. Alabama has a year-round statute making it a crime to impersonate a minister of any religion. On Halloween, this creates comedy gold. The state has decided that a fake blessing is more dangerous to society than a fake axe. Let that sink in. Number 7. Black cats banned from adoption. This one's actually heartbreaking. For decades, animal shelters across America refused to allow adoption of black cats during October. The reason? An urban legend completely unsubstantiated, that satanic cults were adopting them for rituals. There is zero evidence this was ever a widespread problem. Not a single verified case. But the fear was enough to create a ban that punished innocent animals based purely on the color of their fur and a spooky story. Thousands of loving cats sat in shelters during their most adoptable month because society believed a myth. Number 8. The town that moves Halloween. You think Halloween happens on October 31st? The Town Council of Rehoboth Beach, Delaware has other ideas. They reserve the official right to move Halloween. If the 31st falls on a weekend, they often shift trick-or-treating to a weeknight to avoid conflicts with adult parties and weekend traffic. Read that again. A local traffic committee has decided they have the authority to reschedule a global holiday. It's the ultimate bureaucratic power move, deciding that centuries of tradition must bend to the will of their parking management plan. Number 9. Banning digital ghosts. Remember chain emails? Forward this to 10 people in the next hour, or you'll be haunted forever. In the late 90s and early 2000s, schools and workplaces created official bans on Halloween chain emails. They clogged servers and caused genuine panic among younger students. It was a fascinating moment in history. The IT department became the official line of defense against digital curses. Somewhere, a network administrator earned a paycheck by defeating ghosts with spam filters. Number 10. Mask ban for teenagers. Imagine being a high school senior in Walnut Creek, California. You've spent weeks perfecting a terrifying costume for Halloween. There's just one problem. City ordinance makes it illegal for anyone over 12 to wear a mask without a permit from the sheriff. So while elementary school kids can run around as Spider-Man and princesses, you have to be Guy vaguely dressed like a pirate, but without the mask, because the law says your face is too old to cover. The ban was designed to prevent crime. The result is just sad teenagers with incomplete costumes. Number 11. Zero tolerance for foam swords. Your kid wants to be a ninja for Halloween. Classic choice. But that foam sword that came with the costume? Contraband. School districts from Illinois to California have zero tolerance policies on costume weapons of any kind. Foam axes, plastic laser guns, even a harmless wizard staff could result in suspension. The logic is preventing panic or confusion. The reality is a generation of ninjas without swords, knights without weapons, and Jedi without lightsabers. They're not protecting anyone. They're just enforcing a sadder, less accessorized Halloween number 12. Decoration date enforcement. You bought a 12-foot skeleton for your front yard. You're excited. It's October 1st, and you want to put it up. Not so fast. In neighborhoods governed by homeowners associations, there are strict rules about the exact date you can start decorating. Put up your tombstones one day too early? That's a fine. These aren't suggestions. They're legally binding covenants with actual financial penalties. It's a war against festive enthusiasm, waged by people with clipboards and way too much time on their hands. Number 13. No costumes in court. This happens more often than you'd think. Someone gets arrested on Halloween night. The next morning, they have to appear in court. Sometimes they're still in costume. While there's no specific law about it, it's a widely enforced rule that you cannot appear before a judge in Halloween costume. Bailiffs have turned away defendants dressed as vampires, zombies, and superheroes, forcing them to change or reschedule. It's the final sobering moment when the magic of Halloween crashes into the reality of the legal system. Number 14. Fake blood banned by janitors. Many middle schools have banned fake blood from Halloween celebrations, not because it promotes violence, not because it's scary, but because it's a nightmare to clean up. This is a war on Halloween horror led not by concerned parents or safety officials, but by exasperated janitors who are tired of scrubbing corn syrup off linoleum floors. The real power in school districts? The custodial staff. Number 15. Dog costume regulations. Planning to dress your golden retriever as a lion this year? Check your local ordinances first. In parts of Florida and other states, animal welfare laws can be interpreted to restrict costumes that are too cumbersome, distressing, or unsafe for pets. This creates a legal gray area. Is that adorable pumpkin costume a festive tribute or animal oppression? Apparently, the line between cute and cruel requires legal interpretation. Number 16. The War on Halloween Sugar. The school Halloween party, once a festival of cupcakes with orange frosting and ghost-shaped cookies, has become a nutritional battleground. Citing wellness policies, numerous school districts have banned sugary treats from Halloween celebrations. Instead, kids get stickers, pencils, or baby carrots. It's well-intentioned, sure, but it also feels like a fundamental betrayal of what a party is supposed to be. Welcome to the joyless future, where the adult world imposes nutritional standards on the one day that's supposed to be about excess. Number 17. Child cop costumes equal criminal. In states like Delaware, it's illegal to dress in a costume that resembles a police officer's uniform. The intent makes sense: stop people from impersonating law enforcement for criminal purposes. But on Halloween, this means a 7-year-old in an off-the-rack cop costume from Party City is technically in violation of state code. Is a child in a polyester blue suit really a threat to public order? Or is this just a law with absolutely zero sense of humor? Number 18. The poop emoji ban. A middle school in Colorado banned a student from wearing a poop emoji costume. The school deemed the inflatable brown swirl inappropriate, not because it was scary, but because it was, well, poop. This isn't about safety or horror. It's about a new kind of Halloween censorship where the greatest offense isn't being terrifying, but being slightly silly and gross. Modern problems require modern bans. Number 19. Teenagers banned from trick-or-treating. In Newport News, Virginia, being a teenager is a disqualifying condition for receiving free candy. An official city ordinance makes it a Class 4 misdemeanor for anyone over 12 to go trick-or-treating. A 13-year-old out with younger siblings could technically be charged with a crime punishable by a fine. The law is rarely enforced, but it exists as a monument to the idea that on your 13th birthday, your right to fun-sized Snickers is permanently revoked. Number 20. Illegal Halloween drones. You've got a brilliant idea. Attach a lightweight skeleton to your drone and fly it past your neighbor's window for the ultimate scare. You've also just created multiple violations of FAA regulations and local privacy laws. Police departments have issued warnings about unlawful drone operation on Halloween, proving that no matter how advanced our technology gets, our desire to use it for dumb pranks will always be one step ahead. Number 21. The toilet paper prosecutions. Toilet paper is harmless in the bathroom but a prosecutable offense on Halloween night. While there's no specific anti-teeping law, cities like Orem, Utah, use existing statutes on littering, trespassing, and vandalism, with special vengeance in October. Police have run sting operations catching teenagers in the act. It's a beautiful legal paradox. A harmless prank becomes a crime, specifically because it happens on the one night dedicated to harmless pranks. Number 22. Ding Dong Ditch officially illegal. In many towns, there is an ordinance against unlawful ringing of doorbells. This law sits dormant 364 days a year. On Halloween, it becomes the most relevant legislation on the books. It's a law created by adults who have completely forgotten what it's like to be a kid, criminalizing the lowest stakes, highest reward prank in human history. Number 23. Cemeteries close on Halloween. The irony is perfect. Cemeteries, the most inherently spooky places on Earth, become restricted zones on Halloween. Many municipal cemeteries lock their gates early on October 31st and increase police patrols to prevent vandalism and unauthorized rituals. It's a ban on being spooky in the spookiest place, a tacit admission by cities that on this one night, the veil between worlds feels a little too thin for their comfort. Number 24. Noise ordinance versus screaming decorations. Your motion-activated screaming ghost is a masterpiece of Halloween engineering. It's also a potential violation of your city's noise ordinance. Police departments get flooded with complaints about excessive screaming, werewolf howls, and spooky music on repeat. The question becomes, how loud is too loud when celebrating a holiday literally built on startling people? Number 25. Flammable costume laws. New York passed a law in the 1950s banning the sale of flammable Halloween costumes and masks. Sounds reasonable, right? Except it's trying to regulate the fundamental nature of cheap polyester. It's an attempt to solve a problem that's literally woven into the fabric of Halloween commercialism. Good luck enforcing fire safety on $19.99 costumes. Number 26. No costume returns after October 25th. Seasonal Halloween stores make 90% of their profit in a 6-week window. To protect themselves from post-Halloween regret, most have ironclad no-return policies after October 25th. It's a preemptive strike against the wear-it-once and return-it crowd, a necessary if cynical ban on buyer's remorse. Once you commit to being a hot dog, you're a hot dog for life. Number 27. Home haunt zoning violations. You've built the ultimate haunted garage. People are lining up around the block. You're a Halloween hero. Then, the zoning board shows up. Cities like Troy, Michigan, have ordinances regulating special events in residential areas. A home haunt that attracts too much traffic can be shut down and fined for operating like a business without proper permits. It's bureaucracy versus passion, and bureaucracy usually wins. Number 28. Canada's hard 8 p.m. stop. The city of Bathurst, Canada doesn't just suggest trick-or-treating end at 8 p.m. They enforce it by law. 8 p.m. sharp, not around 8. A hard legislative stop. 1 minute you're a kid enjoying Halloween. At 8:01, you're a pumpkin-shaped fugitive if you're still on the sidewalk. Number 29. The poisoned candy myth. Perhaps the most powerful ban wasn't a law. It was a lie that infected an entire generation. In the 1980s, nationwide panic about poisoned Halloween candy led to a cultural shift. Hospitals offered free X-rays of candy. Parents threw out anything homemade or unwrapped. This was a de facto ban on trust, treating every neighbor as a potential threat. How many delicious homemade treats were thrown away because of a phantom menace that never actually existed? Number 30. Pumpkin smashing laws. After Halloween, pumpkins often meet violent ends on paved roads. Towns got so tired of this that some created specific anti-pumpkin smashing ordinances. The town of Kaiser, Oregon, even hosts an official pumpkin smashing event to give people a legal outlet for their destructive urges. They've essentially admitted that the desire to obliterate a festive squash is a fundamental and potentially criminal part of human nature. Number 31. The parental candy tax. This isn't in any official law book, but it's enforced in millions of homes every year. After trick-or-treating, parents invoke the parental candy tax, claiming they need to inspect the candy for safety. This inspection somehow always involves eating all the Reese's peanut butter cups. It's the most widespread, universally accepted, and completely unofficial ban on a child's property rights. Number 32. Soaping car windows equals vandalism. The Halloween tradition of soaping car windows seems harmless enough, but police can and do charge pranksters under laws against malicious mischief to a vehicle or vandalism. It's a fascinating legal moment where teenagers think they're performing a harmless prank, but the law sees them as one bar of soap away from a life of crime. Number 33. Corporate costume restrictions. Welcome to the corporate world, where fun dies under fluorescent lights. Every October, HR sends a memo effectively banning 90% of interesting costumes. No political costumes, nothing offensive, no stereotypes, nothing revealing, no full-face masks. The result is a sea of people in cat ears and pumpkin t-shirts, a landscape of forced, inoffensive festivity. It's creativity murdered by a policy on workplace professionalism. Number 34. The Switch Witch. This is a ban so clever it's disguised as magic. Parents created a new tradition where kids leave excess candy out for the Switch Witch, who takes it and leaves a toy instead. It's brilliant parental propaganda, a voluntary ban on candy hoarding framed as a visit from a friendly, toy-bearing sorceress. The kindest, most manipulative ban on this entire list. Number 35. Library Halloween rules. Libraries are sanctuaries of silence and order. Now add Halloween to the mix. Librarians have had to institute special Halloween rules. No full-face masks due to security risks. No loud costume sound effects. No running, even if you're being chased by a monster. It's a quiet, shushing-based ban on Halloween's chaotic energy. Number 36. Apartment building trick-or-treat bans. If you live in a high-rise, you might be in a trick-or-treat free zone. Many apartment buildings ban door-to-door trick-or-treating entirely, citing noise, hallway congestion, and security risks. They often relegate Halloween to a single sad party in the common room. It's a uniquely urban form of Halloween prohibition, where the classic neighborhood experience is deemed incompatible with modern living. Number 37. Belleville's adult begging law. In Belleville, Missouri, it's illegal for high school age or older individuals to go door to door asking for treats. This doesn't just target teenagers, it includes adults. If you're a college student visiting home and jokingly ask your neighbor for a Kit Kat, you're technically breaking the law. It's a ban on the very transaction that defines Halloween, enforced against anyone old enough to have a driver's license. Number 38. Haunted hayride regulations. Want to run a haunted hayride? Better hire a lawyer. You'll need special permits, liability insurance, safety inspections, route approvals, and the hay itself might be subject to fire codes. These regulations effectively ban the spontaneous, let's put on a show spirit, turning a simple Halloween tradition into a logistical nightmare. Number 39. Glow stick bans. Some elementary schools have banned glow sticks from Halloween celebrations. The reason is fear that a child might break one open and be exposed to the vaguely chemical-sounding liquid inside, which is non-toxic. It's a ban on harmless spooky lighting, a preemptive strike against a danger that barely exists. Joy-crushing safety at its finest. Number 40. Social media challenge crackdowns. Police departments now issue annual warnings about Halloween social media challenges. While they can't ban a hashtag, they warn that anyone participating will be prosecuted under existing laws for trespassing, property damage, or disorderly conduct. It's modern law enforcement playing whack-a-mole with viral stupidity. Number 41. France's clown ban. In 2014, the town of Vendargues in southern France banned all clown costumes for anyone over 13. The goal was to prevent evil clowns from disturbing public peace during the global creepy clown panic. While the world dressed as Pennywise, French teenagers had to find less terrifying government-approved costumes. Even innocent birthday party clowns were punished in this bizarre overreaction to media panic. Number 42. The glitter ban. Glitter is the official dust of magic and chaos. Schools and community centers have begun banning it from Halloween crafts and parties, citing its status as a microplastic pollutant. Ecologically sound? Yes, but also a ban on sparkle and wonder. They're saving the planet one sad, non-glittery ghost decoration at a time. Number 43. Corn maze fire code violations. Your backyard haunted corn maze is a Halloween dream come true. It's also potentially a fire code nightmare. Fire marshals can shut down amateur haunts for not having enough marked exits, fire extinguishers, or proper permits. It's public safety using dry technical language to extinguish the flames of your spooky ambition. Number 44. The Teal Pumpkin Project. This is actually a beautiful ban, a voluntary grassroots movement of inclusion. The Teal Pumpkin Project encourages offering non-food treats for children with severe allergies. It's a voluntary ban on carelessness, ensuring Halloween is accessible to everyone. Not all bans are bad. Number 45. Trunk or treat. The convenience replacement. Fearing imagined dangers of traditional trick-or-treating, many communities have shifted the entire event to parking lots. Kids go from car trunk to car trunk in a controlled, sterile, efficient loop. It's Halloween repackaged for maximum safety and minimum adventure. A voluntary ban on the simple magic of knocking on a stranger's door. A triumph of convenience over chaos. Number 46. Subway mask rules. Major cities like New York have year-round bans on fully concealing your face on public transit. On Halloween, this creates conflict. While usually relaxed for one night, security can still ask you to remove your mask. It's a surreal dance where your right to look like a monster is temporarily suspended for your subway commute. Number 47. School bans the word Halloween. An elementary school in Connecticut didn't just ban Halloween. They banned the word itself. They renamed it Fall Festival and officially prohibited using the word Halloween. Its bureaucratic caution so profound they believed the very name of the holiday was too spooky for children to handle. Number 48. Corporate decoration limits. In many corporations, there's an unwritten but strictly enforced ban on competitive decorating. Departments used to compete with the elaborate Halloween displays, but complaints about distractions led HR to limit decorations to a single bowl of candy. It's a corporate ban on festive ambition, ensuring the office remains perfectly beige, productive, and free from joy. Number 49. Fort Wayne's Clown Cemetery Ban. A cemetery in Fort Wayne, Indiana was plagued by people dressing as scary clowns and lurking among tombstones on Halloween to frighten visitors. The solution was an official ban on anyone in a clown costume on cemetery premises during October. A ban of stunning specificity, targeting a single terrifying archetype in a single spooky location. All right, we've covered 49 different ways society has tried to legislate, regulate, and control the beautiful chaos of Halloween. Only one remains. But first, the final verdict. Which ban is the absolute dumbest? In our opinion, it's number 3, the ban on overly gruesome decorations. Why? Because it's a literal ban on being too good at Halloween. It creates the absurd job of an official walking around with an imaginary spookiness meter, deciding whether your fake zombie is acceptably scary or a public nuisance. It's a direct attack on the very goal of the holiday. Do you agree? Let us know in the comments what you think is the dumbest ban. And now our final number. Number 50. The ban we've imposed on ourselves. The single dumbest and perhaps most tragic Halloween ban is one we've slowly been creating ourselves. It's the ban on being genuinely scared. Think about it. We have not-so-scary parties for kids. Haunted houses offer less intense versions. We trade real heart-pounding fear for safer, more predictable experiences. We're systematically dismantling the very soul of Halloween, one gentle, unscary ghost at a time. In our quest for absolute safety, we've forgotten that fear, controlled consensual fear, is part of what makes us human. Halloween was designed to let us confront the darkness, laugh at death, and feel the thrill of danger in a safe context. But we're slowly sanitizing that away. The real ban isn't in any law book. It's in our collective decision to choose comfort over courage, safety over sensation, and predictability over the beautiful, terrifying unknown. These bans aren't just about safety or rules. They're a hilarious, panicked reaction to the one night a year we collectively agree to celebrate chaos. They're proof of our endless and often ridiculous attempts to control the uncontrollable. So here's the real question. What's the one Halloween tradition you believe should be protected at all costs? Drop your answer in the comments. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the absurd, you're in the right place. Hit subscribe and join us as we explore more topics that make you think, laugh, and question everything. Until next time, stay spooky, stay curious, and whatever you do, don't dress as a priest in Alabama.